Hello again. Tonight I'm going to tie for you a Gypsy King. This is a top water fly. I'm going to tie it on a. Let me get comfortable there. I'm going to tie it on a size 6. Size 6 I got is it's a bucktail streamer hook. Got it in a vise here. I've got some light Cahill color thread. It's a 6/0. Make sure that's in the old vise there good. I've got some small gold wire here. I'm going to tie in on the way back for the rib on this fly. This is a pretty big hook. Our body material of this hook is going to be peacock herl. So we're going to use a pretty good bunch of peacock herl. I mean, I'm serious. It's anywhere from over a dozen to 20 probably. You probably won't make it to the end of the hook before you run out, but that's okay. We'll tie in some more and keep right on going. Just unless you've just got some really big peacock herl. Had a couple of short fibers there. There is a trick to tie that was in. I just wasn't thinking about it, or I showed you it. We'll roll this up so it'll be a little tougher. Now I'll try to get a little taper on this body. And actually that's what you can do with your other that you have to tie in. You can make your thorax a little bit bigger. It's just about it for me, guys. I was running out. My tips were about to lose. Looked like I had plenty to go, but I mean, if you look, I mean, I had several that I kind of pushed it with there. Like I say, it's no big deal. Now you won't take 20 on this one because you don't have as far to tie. You know, just get you 3 or 4 good ones there. If I'd had one like that a while ago, I probably could have made it. This is some wild stuff I got there. I can't remember exactly where I purchased it from. I've probably got another 5 or 6. I'll just cut them off and retie them in. And like I said, you can always, you know, kind of go back to make your thorax a little bigger. This, oops, let go of that one, didn't I? Stuff happens, guys. When you're putting her down, sometimes it accidents happen. But as I was saying, this has a foam body on it. I'm going to take this wire, counter wrap it, just to toughen it up a little bit. It's not necessarily for anything toothy, it just toughens up that peacock. I'm going to tie this back about a quarter of a way on there so we can tie our foam. That foam's about a hook gap there. And I've cut a little picket fence on the end of it. So I just like to go a little bit further than the hook. Take kind of one gentle, two, start kind of pulling it down a little bit then. We'll take a little bit underneath there so it won't roll on you. And with this, it does have some pearl crystal flash. We'll get a few strands of it. Oh, 2 or 3, 4. And we'll just kind of lay that in one side, take it back out the other, so that you got double the strands. I'm just going to kind of leave that there, the old fan, blow it around a little bit. Next material I've got some elk hair. I've already had it in the stacker, and it's a clump a little bit smaller than a pencil. And we're going to tie it in as a wing with just a little bit longer than the body. This is a natural color. You can use what you have. You can use deer. And you can always cut that off before you stack it, trim it if you want. I didn't, no big deal. Couple good clips on it and you'll have it off there. And we'll get that tied in there good. Wraps on her. Get her tied up there. Oh, I'll cut this just a little bit longer than it to get rid of that out of the way. Which makes a pretty good wing. I'll give her a peek there. Now what we got to do is get us a couple medium round brown rubber legs. Kind of leave them in there together. You can separate them here whenever you get done. It'll just help you when you're trying to whip in the front and stuff. I get those tied in on the side there. Now I've got a grizzly feather from a cape. We'll tie that in there. That's the thing about leaving those legs together. It's a little harder to get hung into them. Got a blue feather on her. Sure, I've been tying fluorescent flies. Fluorescent look good in here, wouldn't it? And we'll just wrap that around there. Catch it in right here. That hides your thread and your wings. Try not to cut your thread on this. I've done that before. And then we'll kind of take everything back and work our thread toward the front. And then once we get to the front, we're going to kind of pull on that a little bit. Oops, see there's that leg. Kind of pull on that a little bit. And again, kind of hold her down. Now pull on it a little bit more. Do her head. Come underneath. Take your little whip finish tool. Sometimes it's hard to whip finish underneath here because of all the extras. Put about 5 good knots in there. Cut that off. Cut that off. And we'll get our legs apart. Sometimes you got to use the tip of your scissors or your needle to get them apart. Sometimes you can pop them and they'll just come apart. But most of the time you'll have to separate them, which is no big deal. I'll tell you, I'm going to round my head a little bit just because I like it that way. You want your legs probably about 1 inch long on the front. You want your backs longer. About the little longer than the wing. Gives you some good ones on there. I'm going to take a little bit of this Loon water-based head cement. I'm going to put in there. That kind of looks like I'm filling that eye up, which I am. We'll just take what was left over from our feather. Push it through there. Clean the eye out. Slick as a whistle. And we have got us a Gypsy King. The old Gypsy King. It's a pretty good top water fly. It's not that complicated. I mean, it's pretty fly. I like it. I guess that's all that matters, huh? It'll ride pretty good. I mean, the hook will set down in the film, but that top and the foam will keep it, especially if you treat it. You know, she's a floater. I just would like to say thanks to everyone that's watched my videos and stuff. I really appreciate it. Glad to help you if I can. You know, if you see something that you want me to do, or you know, think I can do better, you know, I'll try. Maybe I'll see you guys on the water. Again, thanks for watching.